She was a father and a mother and everything to these children. But at the end of the day, they didn't appreciate her. They treated her like shit, especially the first daughter. So this video is a sober video, not an happy one, but a video of reflection and history for the world and future generations to know what happened to my wife. Last month, 30th of March, will be precisely 4 years since my wife, Princess Olufumilayo Deborah Namabri, went to be with the Lord. 4 years. I'm 68 years old. In a few months' time, by God's grace, I'll be 69, approaching 70. So what I'm about saying before I go is the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. It is crucial and necessary, I put it on record, for the world to know what happened in our house, 10 Kingsland, Broxwood Way, NW87QJ in Johnswood, because he's been bugging me for over some months. I don't want to go to the grave with this, how do you call it, this information, because those that have done it, if I don't say something, they will go scot-free. One of my motives in life is that whatever a man soweth, so shall he reap. The parties I'm going to mention in this video will definitely reap what they've sold to their mother. Fumi, my wife, had 4 children. They are not children by the time she died. She has 4 children, 2 girls and 2 boys. On average, these children are between 50 to 30 years old. The last child is 30 years old, last December. So I'm telling you that these are grown-up children, grown-up adults. What I'm about to say is what transpired and what I saw happened to my dear wife. For the public to know and the world to know, Fumi died a painful death, a painful and bitter death. Yes, she died from sickness during the COVID period, but she's been sick for a while. She died of brain tumor, and before then she has been a sickler, hard-working lady. But however, God has sustained her throughout life. So she died when she was about 65 or 66 years old. This woman, throughout her life, fought and made sure that her children were top. She gave her children priority. I've never seen a woman so dedicated to her children. The first 3 children are from a previous marriage. I don't know what they call them now, a previous marriage. And the last one, Angela, is from me. That's the way it is. I have known me and Fumi started many years ago back in Nigeria. I'm talking of over 40 years. We actually met when I was in IMB, a young banker. Eventually, I don't want to go to that, but for people to know, we did not meet in London. She used to be a big contractor to my bank in Nigeria. This is how she met and we started a relationship. But what I'm now stating in this is the 3 years before or 4 years before she departed. I will say that our children gave her a backstick, especially the first daughter. Fumi herself said her first daughter is a snake. I won't glorify this lady by even mentioning her name. Everybody knows her. Our business was named after her. That is how important she was to Fumi. When Fumi died, I have to change that name because this lady is not worth it. What this lady did to her mother, I witnessed, is sad. People may ask, Isaac, what did you do? Yes, that is a valid question. Somebody asked me, but again, one of the things Fumi did was not shouting out. Everything that happened in the house in those days were swept under the carpet. When I want to raise issues and make trouble, she said no. She resisted because she doesn't want trouble with the children. I think the guilt of thinking she married another man and left their dad was within her mind. And she did everything in her life to compensate for this. These children did not lack anything. She bought cars for them. Some of them, she got houses for them. Everything was available. Food, clothes, money, everything. She was a father and a mother and everything to these children. But at the end of the day, they didn't appreciate her. They treated her like shit, especially the first daughter. I don't want to mention that girl's name. It's not worth it. But everybody knows her. And when she gets this video, she will know I have proof, I have records. She's a lawyer. She can sue me in court. Even the world knows. People in Nigeria knows. Funmi told some of her family what she was experiencing. The last few months of Funmi's death was a bad one. It was terrible. It was sad. I will say it because it was very, very sad. For such a woman that have given so much to her children, but to get such a little, a disdain, a disrespect to this glorious woman, to this wonderful woman. Funmi got the back end of the stick for giving so much to them, but gaining nothing. Funmi did not get anything from these children. Nothing. Rather, she was disrespected, abused, disdained. This was a woman respected outside, but disrespected at home, led by her first daughter. I'm the husband, and I'm proud of what I saw, how this woman trained up her children, invested in them, but at the end of the day, she got nothing. Yes, it was a trying time. Of course, she died of brain tumor. She went through surgery twice. By that time, I was equally not feeling fine. I was ill-disposed and disabled, so there's nothing much I can do. However, even in that sickness, I expected the senior daughter to show love. What the senior daughter did before then was to do what we call divide and rule. She united these children against their mother in a clandestine way. For example, we used to have a family WhatsApp. I was in that group. We were doing everything, but in that group, we posted everything that was going. John is the only name I can mention. John is a nice man. However, John, the second son, John, the second born, is a gentleman, a successful banker, by the way. The senior daughter didn't allow the mother to enjoy this boy. The mother, unfortunately, before she left, after investing so much on this boy, did not enjoy any part of his wealth. In fact, there was a time this boy could not do much because he was under the spell and evil control of his senior daughter. This lady misinformed their children, all the other guys. She used fear, intimidation. I can say witchcraft. Witchcraft is not when you fly. She is a wicked and mean girl. She turned the mind of the children against their mom. For some years before the mom died, John refused to communicate with the mom. He never blessed the mom with anything tangible. In fact, when the mom was in financial crisis, the mom had to borrow money from this boy, which she paid back. But that time, while she was doing that, he was giving money to his sister. This later, we all knew what was happening. She controlled this boy seriously. But as a man, he thought the sister loved him, not knowing that the sister was doing everything to her own benefit and the benefit of her children. For example, she stayed in this boy's house for many years without paying a dime. Is that a sister? There was a time, one incident that happened, I was so annoyed the way John was treating the mom. On a certain birthday, I put on the WhatsApp and called John, this is the time. Not knowing that they will soon depart. I said, John, do something for your mom. Your mom is a great woman. Buy her something tangible. You have the money. Love her, bless her. You know what Elena did? You know what this wicked lady did? She called me and scolded me that I shouldn't interfere into her brother's life. I did not tell the brother to bless me. But what I said was, bless your mom, your mother. Imagine this wicked girl calling me, both to call me, not to interfere in the life of us, brother. Because my only offense was to tell the boy to bless his mother. You know what she did? She took me out of that WhatsApp group and created another group. That is how wicked and mean this girl is. I'm sorry for her. She is very, very mean, wicked. Wicked to the mom and wicked to her siblings. She did not allow her siblings to enjoy the mother, whereas she was taking all the benefits as a senior girl. I remembered when this girl finished school, her mother bought her a brand new car. Brand new car in London in those days. A Jeep. Tierra. She bought car for the son too. But what did Fumi get? Nothing. 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 Because she had an evil daughter that manipulated all her siblings against the mother. Unfortunately, they fell for it. By the time they realized it, it was too late. She was gone. May Fumi continue to rest in peace. God covered Fumi's shame with death, because those children will have humiliated her in her old age. She went quietly and rested in peace. When Fumi was sick, going in an hospital and all those things, this girl was busy ransacking the house for Fumi's property, Fumi's paper, Fumi's jewelry. She was looking for property. She was looking for wealth for a dying mother. In fact, there were situations, I'm not saying she did not visit the mother. I'm not saying that she did. But her motives were bad, were evil. Her motives were evil. This message is for you with children. Be very careful. Plan for your life. Plan for your future. Thank God, myself and Fumi planned a detailed plan, even to our funeral. By the way, the funeral you people saw was not done by the children. Because Fumi knew the children, we had a burial policy in place, ready. These are children, grown-up children, that have money in life. But because we knew what they are, we planned for her burial. So when she passed on, they were negotiating for how to bury their mom, not knowing that we had a policy in place. I put them to shame because they wanted to disgrace me, but it didn't happen. The money was available. The policy was cashed, and the burial people did their job. It was a worthy send-off for her. We used insurance policy to cash in her mom. Those children had no penny in it. What a shame. No penny for such a woman. Few months before Fumi died, thank God she saw what was happening. This first daughter, while Fumi was in the hospital, dying of cancer, brain cancer, this first daughter came to her bedroom and cleared all the mother's goods. The mother was sick on the bed, dying. This lady came in the guise of saying she was tidying up the room. She cleared all her mother's clothes, lovely clothes. You know, Fumi loved fashion. And dumped them in a garage, in a basement. Imagine a dying mother, a woman that has suffered, you go into a place to clear all her good, all her things, putting them in a garage, in a dumpy area. No respect. She went, was looking for documents. She wanted to know what assets the mom has. Unfortunate for her, she was looking for the title deed to her property, to where we were staying. For a dying mom, this girl, this woman, was busy looking for assets, looking for what the mom has. She went to the shop, changed the shop, changed a lot of things there. I don't know how somebody can be that callous when the mother is dying in the hospital of cancer and you are there looking for property, looking for wealth, looking for documents. This is a wicked world. This is a wicked world. One of the things this lady did that was shocking, when Fumi was initially discharged, this lady went to forge a lasting power of attorney. Lasting power of attorney to take over the financial assets, the financial control of the mother's assets. Not even respecting me as the husband. No respect. She did not talk to me. She did not talk to the mother. She went behind the mother, the dying woman, to do a forge, a lasting power of attorney, and applied on behalf of the mother, not telling the mom. As fate will have it, as luck will have it, we just have to thank God that at the end of the day, I found the letter. Otherwise, we'll have been saying a different story. And what this the power of attorney does is when it is granted to the attorney has the legal right to take over control of all the assets of that person. Fumi is my legal wife. We are married. This lady did not discuss with, but went behind to do such an evil act to a dying woman. All she was concerned was the property, the assets, what she will gain out of it. That is how she went. Luckily, Fumi was alive then. She fought in her sickness. We have to call the people to cancel that power of attorney. It was by chance and divine intervention that we're able to do it. Our solicitors were involved in this matter before that power of attorney was cancelled and withdrawn. I have all my records. I have everything. This is a very evil world. Fumi was treated shabbily, was treated with disdain, disrespect, and abused by our children. I don't want to mention the third boy, Several times, Spirit will come and abuse the mom, abuse, insult, call her names. Even on her dying bed, I have letters here written by a solicitor. In our family, we had parents abuse. That was the relationship, where the children was abusing us because we're in an old age. But what can I do? Fumi wanted peace. At the end of the day, the peace she wanted, peace alive. She protected, she didn't want any problem. So I had to maintain the status quo to place her, to allow all this happen. There's no respect in the home. The senior daughter did a power of attorney to a dying mother, looking for assets to take over, looking for documents. Too bad for her, she did not get any document to the property because her eyes were aiming for the premises we were staying to see. In fact, there was a time she suggested we selling where the place we are and give her the money to go and get a place for us. That is the type of girl this woman is. Fumi said, my first daughter is a snake. Indeed, she is a snake. Don't be deceived by her beauty. Don't be deceived by her countenance. I'm telling you, she is indeed a snake. What can I say? Fumi died and left this world a bitter lady. Not bitter, but her death was a sad one. Not by what the world has done, but what she saw the children did. That first daughter is evil. If he gets this video, the courts are there. He can sue me. I have all documents. I have witnesses. This was a girl that was shouting on the mom, even in her sickness. There was a day she scolded me for going to see the mom in the hospital with her boyfriend. I needed help, and this boy decided to help me to visit the mom. When I got home, this lady disgraced me, insulted me in presence of her children, of her child. She was the lord of the house, courtesy of the mom. But thank God, Fumi went to rest in peace. God saved Fumi from humiliation in life, from the hands of her children. Heaven will not forget what they've done. When Fumi saw, before Fumi passed on, we were to make a will. But as usual, we Africans, when we mention will, we think negatively. So I didn't say anything about the will. However, when Fumi witnessed what was happening, and knowing that they had the feeling that she will soon be leaving this world, I'm the husband, we talked the Lord. Fortunately for us, during the COVID period, we had time to reflect on life daily. That was one of the most beautiful times, because day and night we were together. We talked. Thank God for her life. When she came back from the hospital, with shock, she called me, darling, please, let's make a will. I was at first hesitant because this will matter has created problems in the past, and I didn't want to discuss it again. So this time she called for it. She said, darling, let's make a will. Maybe she knew what was going to happen. I knew that when she left this world, that senior daughter will become a problem. But because women knows their children more than the men. So we had a will in place. In sound mind, she was okay. She actually called for the solicitors. We had the will done. We had what we call a mirror will, where in case of her death, I take control of everything. And in case of my death, she takes control of everything. Anyone that goes first is called a mirror will. We got this will made secretly, and she filed it with our solicitor. That was the joker in the family. None of the children were aware of it, that there was a will in place. None of them were aware there was a will in place. So, this is interesting. When Fumi passed on, this senior daughter did not know that there was a will in place. None of them knew. She went about talking about the property, trying to malign my name, that I've taken over everything. And I didn't take over anything. Those that know me will know that I'm not into materialism. I didn't marry Fumi because of money. It was pure love, not money. When I knew I was successful, I was a successful banker. I had my own house, my own car. So it got money related. It's just pure love. And that is how we continued. So, to cut the story short, she did not know. So, when she wanted to malign my name, then I made it that your mom has I told the boy, John, that your mom already has a will in place. They were shocked. I even thought that I will call them up as the elder in the family for us to cooperate and look the way forward. But this girl decided to go for the will route and see what will happen. I gave them the details of the solicitor, the offices, and they went. And the will was read. That will was read. Imagine these children that say they love their mom. These are the children I grew up with for years, going to read a will. Be careful. This is a story you must all learn from. So, to cut it long story short, the will was read, and they all left disappointed. They all left disappointed. That was the biggest joker. I'm smiling. Fumi put out for them. They didn't know that me and the mom, we put a will in place. So that will cut short a lot of things That is what silenced this wicked girl, this wicked daughter. At the end of the day, she got nothing. If they didn't read that will, I would have helped them in life. But I do not compensate the wicked people. Like what I say earlier on, whatever a man sweats, he will reap. Whatever this train has sown in the life of Funmi, except they repent, they will reap it. Those that have done good will reap, and those that have done evil will reap. Funmi got a bad deal from these children. She did not enjoy them. What a sad end. But at the end of the day, I will say, rest in peace, my wife. God has covered your shame. What they meant for evil, God has turned it for good. Your daughter wanted to make sure you suffered in your old age. But God, in His infinite mercy, took you home early because you are a good woman to many people. Rest in peace, my dear wife. Anybody that hears this video have more questions to ask me, I'm ready to answer them. God bless you all. I end this video now. At least I've been able to express my mind.